What's going on, YouTube? I know y'all haven't seen my face in a while. Things have kind of changed a little bit. Kind of gravitated more towards things with horsepower. Old lungs, they don't like riding far distances anymore. Which, I mean, I will still ride my mountain bike, but I mean, I've just kind of gravitated towards stuff with wheels, motors, horsepower. So, with that being said, you see the channel's changed. It's now Flying Brian's Garage. And, today I'm gonna, give you a little tour around what the hell I got going on. Probably take a little trail ride. Because, got some trails in the woods beside my house now. And, show you shop a little bit. Show you all the projects. Probably not going to do many editing cuts and stuff on these videos anymore. It's just not worth my time. It's, don't have a lot of subscribers, so, I'm not going to start editing like heavy until maybe it grows. If it don't, then so be it. Documentation for myself. But here we go. Let's check out the shop here. It's pretty much just a dirt floor, a little barn area, no door. Just, basics. I built pretty awesome shit out of here, but basic. So, here we've got, what is this? Craftsman, I think it's a 4000, DYT 4000, automatic, what's it got in it? It's that hydrostatic bullshit transmission. I don't really like it, but I don't know, it's kind of proven to be a little badass. But a little customizing going on. Not too heavy. Built it for my old lady so she can ride with me. So we've got headlight that came off of a 1980 Honda 110 three-wheeler. It's ATC 110. I fabbed up a bracket out of some metal I had laying around. And what we did here, which is kind of neat, I've never seen anybody else do this. So what I did, since old headlight switches used to be you'd pull it out of the dash to turn the headlights on, and you'd push it back in. So here we got the same concept with the PTO, right? But it's got a bunch of safeties on it. So I disengaged all the safeties on this PTO, the startup safety, the seat safety, all that shit. So now the PTO pullout is for the headlights on both units. It's this way on the 4000 and that way on my GT, because they have the same body style pretty much. Just a little bit of differences. Like the hoods are slightly the same shape and all that shit. So, but I built this one completely from scratch. 14.5 overhead valve Briggs. Just a regular lawnmower EverStart battery. It's got the tank in the rear, so I had to have a fuel pump for this unit. And this motor's not set up for a fuel pump, so let me get the hood to stay up and show you what I did. I tapped a hole in the old dipstick tube, and I shoved one of these cheap-ass fuel filters that I have in there to give it a nipple, and plus it will kind of prevent it sucking too much oil into the fuel pump vacuum there. So yeah, and it works fine. It draws fuel up, you know, stock muffler. I did add a throttle pedal, and it's just a old bracket that I found there, bolt running through. I think I've got a piece of hose cut off down in here so it don't wobble around. And then all I did was take a bicycle brake cable and made a throttle pedal. I upped the tire size in the front from a 15.66, which these used to be on here, and upped them to a 18.858. So gained some front end clearance, and had to trim the hood, of course, because it hits if you don't. So you got to trim that hood up. Just take that little, it's like a little rounded, kind of like here. You know, I just took that out all the way, and I had to take a little bit out there, but you can't take out too much because that's the bracket that holds the hood on. I made that mistake on my other one. So you've got to kind of take it right there where the bolt starts and down at an angle, but it clears. Disassembled the rear safety for the reverse so I can run my headlights in reverse, because you know it's on the PTO, so it's going to shut it off because it's going to think it's mowing in reverse, which it's not, but it doesn't know that. I had to fix her seat because her back's all messed up, so I think she has a pinched nerve, she said. So I kind of, the seat, what would you call it, the seat cushion itself was coming off from the frame, so I had to duct tape it up, and then taped on some like shop rags to add some comfort, and did my famous trash bag seat cover. They work good for me. Got one on mine. So and then I took the back tires off of the three-wheeler, which are dry rotted and would probably need to be replaced for the speeds that that thing goes when I get it running. So I put them on here because they were the same size wheels as the back, and it went from a 20 to a 22. So that's 2 tire sizes in the rear, 2 tire sizes in the front. So that's pretty much an even little lift here, and it fucking flies now. It grips. I mean, as you see, the tires they got dry rot, but look at the tread on them. I mean, they're still fucking pretty good for 1980, probably 79 to be honest with you. I mean, the shit's badged at a 80, but you know, most of those parts were manufactured in 79 and then they assembled it in 80. That's why it has the year of 80. But a lot of the shit was assembled or you know, manufactured in 79, maybe even 78. I'll start it up real quick because I'm gonna ride it anyway. See on a cold start. Fired right up. Sounds pretty good. For a damn one-cylinder lawn tractor. takes a minute for it to warm up, and then it'll actually sit there and load the nozzle on its own. But yeah, headlights on the PTO. And then on the regular headlight switch that used to be on this unit, it's for the top ground light. And then I'm going to put a rear one on it, and then it'll be that switch that I installed. I can still choke the unit from the actual original throttle, but I don't need to because it starts without it. I fixed the brakes on this unit, everything works on it now. It's a fucking beast. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. I don't think I'm gonna show you all that yet. That is for later. Now I'm pretty sure y'all saw me riding yesterday. I haven't posted that video up yet, but I'm going to. It was supposed to be a little bit longer ride than it was. I said a short one, but I didn't mean that damn short. Fucking broke my steering. So, there is my fucking steering rod. And what happened is it came out of the fucking ball joint. Right there. So, here in a minute I gotta get this damn thing off trailer. And I'm thinking. There's the three-wheeler. Thinking that might be able to use one of the steering rods off my parts Murray. I'm gonna try, because if not, my only other option is to go either A, buy one, which I don't think I want to, or option B, go get some Heim joints and some threaded rod, a couple of lock nuts, and make my own. Alright, and last but not least on this video, I'm going to show you the beast that I'm building. Here we have a late 90s, early 2000s Craftsman. I'm not sure the exact model for this, but this is one of my favorites. Always has been. It's the one with the sloped hood, squared off sloped hood, which I used to have my fucking hood, but my dumbass forgot to strap it down on the way down, moving down south, and I lost it. Went to go look for it. It wasn't there, which sucks because I had my other Texas plate on it. I had that exact plate, 1969 Texas, same tag number and everything on the front too, and I lost it. But at least I still have that one. There are 235, 75, 15 Goodyear Wrangler radials on the rear. Made the hubs myself, cut them out of regular rear lawnmower wheels, so they still have the key, all that stuff. I just cut it around nice and even, ground it down, spaced out everything in the middle so I'd have a nice even shot there, and drilled all my holes. I'm probably not going to keep that bolt set up because, I don't know, it looks a little too, I don't know, maybe it'll last. They look a little too thin to me. I might want to put longer studs in there at some point. I almost thought about putting GM hubs on it, because these wheels were off like a 2003 Chevy Malibu. They were a little messed up on the beads on the other side. They were the front tires on a car that I think was a girl's car. I'm pretty sure all the curb marks. It kind of tells me. But mounted up these tires. They came off of the van, which I've got some meaty sumbitches on there now. Forcium MTO 3s, straight mud tires, a little bit of a lift, all that good stuff. But this has been a build from scratch. I've had to just fuck with all the wiring. Some of it was wire nutted, some of it was taped off and twisted together. I mean, it's been a nightmare. I'm at a standstill because I usually deal with Briggs, and I bought a Kohler Command 12.5 off of Facebook Marketplace, I think for about 50-75 bucks, something like that. I paid for this engine. I was in a hurry. I was in the middle of jobs for the day. Got home. I got back to the shop, the Conyers shop, that is, because I have two now, but it's besides the point. Got up to the Conyers shop and realized the engine was full of damn water. So that was no bueno. And then I kind of just let it sit with water in it for a while. I mean, I drained it out, but I didn't dry it out, if you understand what I'm saying. So it still had like moisture in there. And I mounted it up to the mower and did all the modifications because I was in a hurry. And then I came back about 3-4 days ago. Been about a damn year. And, well, no, maybe about 6 months, 7 months. But I went ahead and drained it. Took a bunch of old oil that I had from jobs that was still probably usable. I use it for bar and chain oil. But instead this time I used it to filter out the water. What I did is I kept filling the whole crankcase up completely, all the way full with oil. Then I would just take and turn it over by hand and cycle the engine. Keep cycling the engine to cycle that oil through there and kind of, you know, dissipate the water, collect the water up so it can drain out. I did that about 5 or 6 times. And now I can pull that dipstick. It still needs some oil. But you can look at that oil. And there ain't no moisture in that now. It is nice and lubricated. And then I was like, let's see if she'll fire. So I threw a gas tank on it, put some gas in it, new fuel filter there. I got my shut off on it, you know. And it fired, but it won't run off its own fuel yet. Either that or it might just be choked down. I'll probably play with it later. I really need to get mine fixed first. But I still need to get a bolt for the main shaft to hold the pulley on. And Still got a wiring issue with this unit. It will not start with the key yet. If I can't figure it out soon and simple, then I'm probably just going to yank all the wiring out of this tractor and start over by myself. Do it all myself. That way I know what I have. Got this cheap ass value craft battery on charge here. You can see how I made the hubs. I cut the other sides off so they wouldn't stick out so much, so they actually look like hubs. And then when I got it, this unit's rear pulley here for the transaxle. It had a bunch of shit sitting on top of it forever, and what do you know, it rusted fuck out of it. So I've got to find a pulley or make one for this transaxle. It is a Spicer. Don't know how long it's gonna last me, but we're gonna see. I've still got the back plate to put on. I've got an extension to come out for oh shit, I don't know if that rack's gonna fit on here like that. Might put that setup on the old ladies because the tag here, or I could take that off. I don't know. A lot of thoughts here. Had a lot of ideas running around in my head on this unit, but it's a work in progress. You know, everything's been trimmed up. I'm probably going to take and try to, since I lost my fucking hood, I'm quite pissed off about that, but you know, can't cry over spilled fucking milk. Probably going to I'm gonna make hubs for the front, 4-wheel tires going on the front. I forgot to mention that. Of course, there's more projects. Engine in my car took a shit. That's what that thing is under that black tarp in the shop. Some motor for it. Van needs a rebuild. That van runs good though. But I think I'm going to try to modify, excuse the noise, I live right next to the train. But I think I'm going to try to pull this hood off, since I don't really have another hood. I think I'm going to try to pull this hood off and put it on the rat tractor, which is kind of what I'm calling it now. Great Craftsman, rat tractor, whatever. It's kind of a rat rodish looking unit, so it's kind of what I'm going with here. And of course, that's the 80 3-wheeler that needs fucking all kinds of shit. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. I will get to it at some point though, because I do want it to run. I do want to keep it. It is a fucking classic. So at some point you will see this resurrected. This is just a parts chassis. It has a setup for the fucking hydrostatic foot transmission shit. I don't really like it, but I could figure out a way to build it into a racer. I could cut a hole for a regular peerless shifter to come up through there. I could make it work, But for now I'm going to take that hood and put it on rat tractor. Chop it down the sides. Kind of like the wheel horse look. That's what I'm going for. And you know, it'd probably look okay on there. Probably try to find a way to utilize the headlight holes, seeing that I only have one headlight for this. Could probably find another one, because I'd like to have headlights. Or maybe I could just mount some fucking LED pods in those. I don't know, that'd look pretty cool. I'll have to think about it for a while. But give me my hand. That is the end of this video. I'm going to probably get the red one out soon. See you guys later.